we stand?
Um, Actually, chat is at its high water mark right now, number 3.
Ooh, I figured a couple of those people ahead of ChatGPT would have had a couple of those people that finished higher. I saw Hamlin finish 10th.
Yeah, well, one Mr. Draper had Larson, who did finish higher.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say Larson's was it? Nobody picked Dylan or anybody like that, but Keselowski was ahead.
yeah, yeah, nobody. Obviously, nobody picked Dylan. The number one's 179. Number two is 174. Chat is 171. So he's 8 points off the lead.
Ooh, well, that's everybody's within range.
Oh, yeah, it's real tight up among the top 5. It's only 12 points difference from first place to fifth place.
And then how far does it differ once you get out past that?
Sixth place is 153. So number 6 is 26 points out. Number 5 is 12 points out. So it's 14-point difference.
Well, there's still enough races. That's 20 some points still ain't enough. You just got to get you got to get 2 or 3 good weeks where somebody has
Oh,
a chance.
no. Everybody's still in it.
How close? Okay, let me ask you this. So
Well,
mathematically, then that would make sense. How far could you possibly be out where you could flip flop with the first place person once it's on the last race? So I guess in order for that to happen, they would have to pick the last place finisher,
yeah,
and you'd have to
yeah.
pick first place.
You'd have to be mathematically eliminated on the last day. You'd have to be 41 points out.
Okay.
If you're within 40, you've got a chance, a slim chance, but it's a chance.
Well, I guess, but that's the way of looking at it. If you're within 41 points, you still have it even going down to the last race. And I think that's good. You don't want people mathematically, even if they're so far out they don't really have a chance, they still mathematically have a chance when they're 3 races out or whatever, you know?
Oh, yeah.
That's good. I
Yes.
like that. I like that.
Yeah, very few people get mathematically eliminated until close to the end.
Yeah, but that's yeah, I like that system where they because if you're ahead and you've gone that far ahead, you shouldn't just by luck box somebody happen to flip flop with you that has been sucking the whole time. But at the same time, if somebody's just had bad luck and their strategy is really good, you still want them to have the ability. So I like the way that it works.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good way to do it. Phone check. See if you hear this.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, good.
Uh,
Can you get me any footage of that ukulele band?
can I get you footage?
The ukulele band. Everybody's talking about them.
Oh, you're lying. Nobody's talking about them, or you're joking. I was gonna
Well,
say that would be awesome if they are.
if we do enough promotion, people will be talking about 'em.
Oh my goodness.
They could get some gigs.
It's like, as I was gonna say, we should contact them and say, ladies, we're sorry they gonna put in that pipeline, but this might just be the, grass greener on the other side. We'd like to book you for a couple of our events.
Heck yeah. They could open for somebody at Cat's Cradle, maybe.
That's right. Now you are familiar with Ukulele Fest, aren't you? We just
Yeah.
happened to be in the Reedsville area that night, in the Eden area that night. Oh my goodness. We've never seen a gimmick like those flower huts. Oh my goodness.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. What they had. Good evening and welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles. Who forgets their own name? People who used to be in radio. Those are the people who forget their own name because they've had so many different names. I'll just start over. Good evening. Welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles, and we're happy to have you with us on the program tonight. We have a phone line up there, phone number up there that as you can see, You can call us on the phone. You can also email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com. Hang on a second. Give me a second. Just writing down my name, so it'll be in front of me there. So phone line is open if you want to give us a call, and the email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. Citizen D's quest continues. Citizen D attempting to become the second ever to go wire to wire in first place in one of our NASCAR segments. And he's still there, but oh, it's close. Mr. Draper is knocking on the door in second place. Citizen D is on the top. I emailed these out, by the way. Those of you who do this by email, you should have these in your inbox right now. Citizen D is in first place, 179 points. Mr. Draper is now second with 174 points. And good grief, look who's third. ChatGPT, our AI contestant, is in third place with 171. And then Mr. NASCAR fourth with 169. Captain Midnight is fifth with 167. So that is 12 points different from first place to fifth place. Only a 12-point gap there. So this is getting pretty exciting. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How are you tonight? Good to see you.
I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, I'm kicking. I'm still kicking. Yeah.
Good.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I was watching the TV today, and I was seeing it. Well, Friday he had a meeting with Vladimir Putin, and then he had a meeting with Zelensky today.
Right.
So he treated Zelensky real nice today. Seems to me. I guess because he.
Zelensky actually put on a jacket today to go to the White House, and it, by all accounts, they got along very, very well today.
Yes, yeah, they did. And I believe the reason. Well, I guess because he had already talked with Putin about it, ahead of time, and he, I guess, because all the others were there with Zelensky, and I guess that's why he did it. It seemed like it went very well, I guess. But I don't know what he done talked to Putin about. I don't like that, and I still don't trust Putin. I really don't, and because of that, I don't think so. I really don't
know why anybody would trust Putin. But the last report is, this is what I read, is that they've made a phone call. President Trump has made a phone call to Putin to try to set up a meeting between Putin and Zelensky.
Yeah, that's true. But they can't hide in the world. Here they are sitting up here having these meetings, and he's still bumming them over there. He's still killing people. He done already had a meeting with him Friday. This don't make no kind of sense. Look like he would put a halt to it until after they discuss stuff and, whatever, talk stuff over. Look like he would stop. It haven't stopped him, so it is not going to stop him.
Well,
it's not going to stop
him. He's blown through, I think, 3 deadlines this year to accept a ceasefire. He just doesn't accept any ceasefires. And yeah, there were more attacks overnight.
Yes.
Putin is, what he's trying to do, he's trying to continue to gain territory, continue to gain ground in Ukraine, while he also presents to the world the appearance that he's looking for peace. And whether he really is looking for peace, of course, I don't know. But I do know that so far, nothing has really slowed down the war as far as Putin goes. He's trying to get as much territory as he can get, before there might be some kind of a settlement. So that's what he's up to.
And how can he sit up there and say, "Well, okay"? I'm thinking, I'm thinking the meeting went with him and Trump. Was he gonna sit up there and say, "Well, if Ukraine give me this here, and I call off the war"? That's what it seemed like it was boiling down to, and I stopped doing what I'm doing. But that's not gonna happen.
What Putin has said, or what his people have said, and his people speak for him, is that Russia will not give up any of the territory that it has taken in Ukraine.
Wow.
That they say that's simply not on the table, that they won't do it. Now, is that their actual position? Is that a negotiating ploy? Again, I don't know. But that is their stated position, is that they will give up nothing.
Right. You see, that's, now I'm thinking that Ukraine is not going to give in to that, because the fact is, he done sit up there and kill all these people over there in Ukraine, and then he going to keep what, in order for them to call off the war, he going to keep what he got, and then probably want more. But yet it's still, no, that's not, I don't believe it's not going to turn out. That's not going to work here. This thing going to keep on going until it goes. It's just going to keep on going. That's as simple as that. Until the United States, President Trump go in there and give this man what he needs to stop Putin, and either cut off the sanctions like he said he's going to do. He's promised that he's going to cut off the sanctions, but he ain't did it. So that's what Putin's sitting up there knowing he's just playing with. He knows Trump's playing with. Trump is not going to do anything. He's not going to cut off his sanctions, and he's not going. I don't know. It's just going to keep on going.
One thing that has come out this weekend that is that Zelensky has said that he and the countries of the European Union want to buy $100 billion worth of weapons from the United States, and the European Union has said that they will finance that, so that Ukraine can buy another $100 billion worth of weapons, which they're in pretty stout need of. So, that may or may not happen. I mean, I don't know. I guess the bottom line of it is we don't know. We hear all these things talked about, but I don't know what happened behind closed doors. Or what's going to happen behind closed doors if and when Zelensky and Putin get together.
That's true. That is true. Okay, one more thing, Ken, I'm going to let you go because I talked enough here. But, okay, so at the end of the day, how in the world can you sit here with a man like Trump was sitting there talking with Putin, and now I'm Putin here, and you Trump. And I'm sitting there saying, okay, now I'm going to give Zelensky weapons to fight you. Now I'm sitting in the room with you, telling you I'm going to give this man weapons to fight you if you don't call off this war. I don't think that happens.
Well,
I'm going to let you go on this one.
All right. Well, thank you for calling.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for taking my call. You have a good night.
Phone line is open. There's a number up there. The email address is KenEcclesLive. Excuse me. at gmail.com. You can give us a call or send us an email, whichever works best for you. And I think we actually have some emails to look at over here, and look at them we shall. This one says, Ken, does Citizen D get some sort of extra prize if he goes wire to wire? No, no. I wish we had extra prizes to give him. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Ken. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. Leon, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad to see it's going to cool off a little bit here in the next few days.
We can use that.
Yeah, if we could get some cooler days without rain, we'd be in good shape.
Well, they're coming sooner or later. It may be a while, but that would be nice to have them very soon.
Yes, sir, you said that right. Hell, I'm gonna go on taking number 60 this week at Daytona, Ken.
The number 60. Okay. Leon has the 60 for Daytona this week. That's in the book. Did you see the Richmond race?
Yeah, I think it was just a repeat, a makeup call from last year. NASCAR know they done wrong last year, so they had to make it up to him this year.
Well, if that's what they wanted to do, they accomplished it.
Yeah, because he was a class of the field Saturday night.
Yeah, he certainly was. There was nobody close to him.
Yes, sir. Just like he says, when you cross the railroad tracks in Welcome, it's all teamwork.
Welcome, North. Where is Welcome, North Carolina?
It's not too far out from Winston-Salem on 52, Ken.
Okay. Because I knew he was from Welcome, but I've never quite had a good idea of where it is.
Yeah, that takes a little over an hour to get down there go to the Children's race shop from here.
All right. Well, now I know.
All right, Ken, I'm going to let you go, and we'll talk to you later. I'm glad you got to come in on my television up on Comcast tonight.
Well, I'm glad I made it, Leon. Glad to be there. And thanks for calling.
Yes, sir.
Good night. All right. Leon has a 60 for Daytona. And we may have another pick or two over here if I can ever get this email open. And I will eventually. Life is short, but I think there's going to be enough time for me to get this email open. I do. This one says, well, I'll tell you in a minute what it says. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Ken, this is Jerry. I'd just like to say, instead of me getting upset about Trump and his cutting this and cutting that, I'm going to take Mike Johnson, House Speaker Johnson, at his word that they're talking about those are able to work about when it comes to welfare and Medicaid and Medicare. And thanks for taking my call, sir.
Okay, Jerry, thank you for calling. Good to hear from you. This emailer here says, Ken, I read that Highway 12 is underwater. Is that right? Because I'm supposed to go to the beach later this week. No, Highway 12 is not underwater right now. What we're hearing about Highway 12, and if you're a North Carolina beach goer, especially if you're a North Carolina Outer Banks goer, you know all about Highway 12, the highway that goes up and down the Outer Banks. Most of the time, it's not underwater, but sometimes it is. But it's not underwater now, emailer. The news that the state has put out is there's this hurricane out there, Hurricane Erin, is not expected to make landfall in North Carolina. Not expected to make landfall anywhere. Actually, they expect Erin will stay out there at sea, but it is stirring up the water, obviously, and it's sending high water to the coast, high waves and high water on the way to the North Carolina coast from Erin, even though she's pretty far out in the Atlantic. And as far as Highway 12 is concerned, as you know, if you've rolled up and down Highway 12, it's about that far above sea level, and it's going to be underwater, they say, at various times in the next week or so. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, it's Mark from Marion.
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, thanks.
That's good. Yeah, I want to go ahead and take Christopher Bell, number 20, this week.
All right, let me see. Mark takes the 20 for Daytona. Hey, Mark, it's in the book.
Yeah, where am I standing at right now?
Mark, you are tied No, you're in 11th, not tied. You're in 11th place, number 11 this week.
11th.
Yep.
11th place.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Thanks again.
Well, thanks, Mark. Thanks for calling. So Mark from Medan has the 20 for Daytona. Let me go ahead and give you the rest of these points. Top 5, we saw Citizen D, Mr. Draper, Chat GPT, Mr. NASCAR, and Captain Midnight, all separated by 12 points, as I mentioned earlier. Charles is number 6. No, he's not. Mr. Leaksville is number 6. Charles is number 7. Pretty Man is number 8. I don't know how Pretty Man is staying that high in the standings, but there he is. That's what it says here. Pretty Man, number 8. Number 9 is the Liberal. Jack is number 10. Mark is 11th. Hi, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, how you doing, buddy?
Good, Early Bird. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I had me a Coca-Cola and a pack of peanuts earlier today.
Well, that sounds good. Sounds real good.
Now I'm going to have me some homemade spaghetti sauce and eat it with some Ritz crackers.
Oh, that sounds good, too. Boy, you are eating high on the hog tonight.
You better believe it. What place am I in, Ken?
It's not good news, Early Bird.
It's not good, is it?
You're still number 15.
Well, at least I'm on the board.
Well, yeah, you're on the board. You're not going to fall off the board. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, where are they racing at this week?
Daytona. This next one is at
Daytona.
Yep. So anything
Daytona
can happen.
I'm going to take Kyle Lawson.
All right. Early Bird has the 5 for Daytona.
Yeah.
It's in the book. Maybe he'll drive you out of the basement.
Maybe he will. I hope he does.
I hope so.
Okay. I'll let you go, Ken. Talk to you later.
Thanks for calling. Good to hear from you.
Okay.
A Coke with peanuts, spaghetti sauce with Ritz crackers. I don't know. You know, the king of Siam. Probably not going to eat any better than that tonight. If there is a king of Siam, if there is a Siam. So Early Bird is enjoying his meals today. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, Highway 12. The state says that Highway 12 will be underwater at times. Now, those are the words they use, at times, over the next week. They don't know exactly which times. They just know it's going to happen. And what they're doing is they're suggesting that people who are vacationing on the Outer Banks right now pack it up and come home is what they're suggesting. I don't know if they've ordered that or not. They may have ordered it. I don't know. I do know that that's what they're recommending. So that's the deal with Highway 12. And I expect, I don't know this for a fact either, but I expect that they will not let anybody on to the Outer Banks. If not right now, then very soon they'll probably stop letting people on to the Outer Banks for the duration of the flood threat. So if you've got vacation time planned on the Outer Banks in the next few days, this, I'm afraid, is going to mess you up. You should call up your accommodation. Where are you going to stay? Call them up and find out exactly what the situation is wherever they happen to be. They will know what to tell you. But it is unlikely, I would say, unlikely that you're going to be able to get onto the Outer Banks, at least during the next few days when that flood threat exists. See, how far did we get? We got to Jack at number 9. No, that's not right either. We got to Jack at number 10. Mark at number 11. Leon at number 12. Is that right? Then in 13th place, the Lady in Black. Actually, Lady in Black and Leon are tied for 13th. And Early Bird is 15th. Mr. Pelham, we missed Mr. Pelham. Mr. Pelham is at number 12. So now I've given you that very excellent and coherent rundown of the standings now. So I'm sure you have all that in your head. And again, if you're one of our emailers, the current standings are in your inbox right now. I mail those out this afternoon. So there we go. And now it is on to Daytona as Citizen D attempts to become the second wire-to-wire winner in the history, the long and storied history of our contest. In fact, here is Citizen D. This is Citizen D, and wow, I just knew I had fallen behind this week in my quest to match the Liberal, and just matching the Liberal and going wire to wire is prize enough. I've got to think on this one, as I need a race winner and not have my driver get caught up in the big one at Daytona, or I may fall behind yet. Hang on, caller. I'll be right with you, caller. Stay right there. And then let's see. Citizen D says, did anyone ever guess who Pretty Man is? I'll get back to that in a second. Hey, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing, Mike Ken?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Man, I thought I had this race wrapped up again this week. Bubba comes in and he lets Kyle Larson's guy change the front tires on it, and we know what happened after that.
You know, that was a mess. They dropped, as I saw it, they dropped the jack. And when the jack drops, that's the driver's signal to go. So they apparently they dropped the jack before that wheel was on.
Yep.
But I don't know I don't know if I've seen before something like that happen where the driver just drives a couple of pit stalls and a different crew puts the wheel back on. Of course, it was a teammate, so I guess they would.
Right. Well, I'm glad they allowed it, for whatever it's worth. I mean, he still came in 29th, but I'm telling you, Ken, on pretty much all the restarts, he was just blowing everybody away. I mean, I thought he had that race in the bag until that pit stop.
Yeah, he had a strong car. He really did. But Dillon had a strong car too. I don't know which one was the strongest. So we'll never find out because they didn't get to race each other at the end.
Sure did not. Say I'm in 12th place now.
Yeah, I think that's right. There's no telling what I said. Yeah, that is right. You're in 12th place.
All right. Well, that being the case, I'm gonna pick the 12 for Daytona.
Okay.
I mean, what could possibly go wrong with that, right?
Oh, at Daytona, nothing. Nothing's going to go wrong at Daytona. You can make your plans for Daytona, weeks and months ahead, and it'll all work out. Because certainly not going to get any nasty surprises at Daytona.
That's true. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. All right, Ken. Thanks for taking my call, man. I appreciate you taking my call.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling. Good to hear from you. Phone line is open. The number's up there. The email address is keneccleslive@gmail.com. This emailer says, Ken, would that hurricane stuff be likely to affect Avon, the town of Avon on the Outer Banks? Yeah, it would be, I think, pretty likely to affect the town of Avon. It'd be really hard to affect any part of the Outer Banks, really, without affecting pretty much all the Outer Banks. Yeah, I imagine Avon is going to be probably right in the middle of it. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ken.
Good evening. You certainly have a loud, strong phone tonight.
Yes, I had it upgraded before I had to teach somebody a lesson.
Okay. All right. Well, I probably don't even want to hear about whatever lesson you taught to somebody, but your phone sounds real good.
Well, thank you. What's the damage from the race?
Well, let's take a look at the great book here and see what we see regarding Charles from Danville. You are number 7. You are not real bad. You dropped from number 6 to number 7.
Well, as long as I'm in the top 10, I'll be happy about it.
Okay, well, there you are. Number 7. That's in the top 10.
Where are they racing? Daytona?
Daytona is next.
I am going with the number 1.
All right. Charles is taking the number 1, the Watermelon Man, for Daytona. Well, everybody pretty much has I guess an equal chance at Daytona, so he should be in the middle of it.
Well, I'm sorry I'm late calling, but my lady friend from the Philippines called me.
Oh, did she? What time is it in the Philippines?
It's 7. It should be about 7:30. My clock's about 7:32 here. I got a minute fast on it.
So in the Philippines, it's 7:32 tomorrow morning.
Yes, in the morning there.
Tuesday morning in the Philippines.
Let's see here. Yep, it'd be Tuesday to there.
So in effect, you were talking to somebody from the future, because it's already Tuesday in the Philippines.
Oh no, I was talking to my lady friend in the Philippines.
Right, she's in the future because it's tomorrow in the Philippines.
Okay, yeah, we're making plans.
What plans are you making, may we ask?
Not at this time.
Not at this time. All right.
It's been put in the confidential, not to talk about files.
Okay, so there's no point then in calling up any of your spokespeople, your PR people, to ask about that?
They don't know about it.
All right. Well, it's clearly some important, complex international arrangement is being made, and we I guess information will be released on a need-to-know basis.
Oh yes, need-to-know basis. Maybe Adam, next time my friend comes up for a meet and greet, we'll probably discuss it, maybe, between me and him.
But I have a serious question. Of course, I mean, all my questions certainly are serious and meaningful.
Yeah.
But here's another one. When do you plan to meet your lady friend from the Philippines in person?
No comment.
No comment. Okay, well, I struck out on that one.
Well, not even Charles Rourke can get this information out of me.
Yeah, okay. I agree with that.
Yeah, we're giving him a news blackout.
All right. Well, he's a pretty enterprising guy. He may find a way around that, but I don't know.
No.
We'll wait and see.
Those files are sealed so good, not even Charles's mind can get to it.
Now, what do you think the odds are that Charles is talking to her on the phone right now and finding out everything there is to know?
He doesn't know her. He doesn't know the number. I told her not to talk to the press.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that then.
Yeah, because the less the press knows, the better I feel.
All right. Well, as a member of the press, I can tell you we know almost nothing.
Right now, until I tell you myself.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Bye, sir.
Thanks for calling. Good to hear from you. International romance. I hope that goes well. We wish them joy. Phone line is open. There's a number up there, and the email address is keneccleslive@gmail.com. But Citizen D, in his email, wanted to know if anybody has ever guessed the identity of Pretty Man. No, no one that I've talked to has guessed the identity of Pretty Man. People have tried. I've had not a whole lot of people. I've had at least three people that I can recall as I sit here have emailed me names saying, "Is this Pretty Man?" And no one has successfully guessed the identity of Pretty Man. It is one of those mysteries, one of those puzzles, one of those inscrutable things that we deal with in life. As much as we want to know, actually, I wish I didn't. I know, but I wish I didn't. But as far as the rest of you, as much as you want to know, that information is being closely guarded and not being made available to the public. Pretty Man. Maybe we'll hear from Pretty Man tonight. I hope not. I hope we don't. But now that his name has come up, maybe we will. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Goodbye, caller. Nice talking to you. If somebody else wants to give that a try, you can call that phone number right there on your screen. You can email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com. Ken, I heard that there's also at the beach a big riptide problem going on. Is that related to the hurricane? Yeah, that almost certainly is related to the hurricane. I read this afternoon that they've made like 4 dozen, maybe more than that by now, about 50 rescues today at the North Carolina beach of people who have gotten into trouble with riptides. Now, they have rescued everybody, and that, of course, is the important thing. But riptides are very active right now. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Ken. How you doing?
Okay. How are you?
I'm getting a little nervous now.
How's that?
Just kind of for clarification for me. Now, what pick did Citizen D have? Number 20.
Well,
last week.
Hang on. Let me look in the great book. Citizen D had the 20. Yes, he did.
Okay. Now, who was second?
Who finished
in your
second?
Book? Mr. Draper.
Mr. Draper is now in second place. He had the 5.
All right. He was in second last week. How many points was he behind Citizen D?
Oh, man, you're making me work here. Hang on.
Yeah, that's why you get the big
me
bucks.
Work. Mr. Draper actually was third last week, and he was 10 points. 10 points behind. This is all scribbled and marked. I think he was 10 points behind last week.
Well, see, that's what you told us.
Right.
And Mr. Draper picked ended up 6, and Citizen D ended up 21. Why he didn't pick up 15 points?
All right, hang on a second here. Let's see what we've done here. This is 35, 149, 54, 174, 179. Liberal, you have a sharp eye, a sharper eye than mine. Actually, Mr. Draper doesn't have 174. Mr. Draper has 184.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. That's significant because that means Mr. Draper is number 1 now. And Citizen D, I'm sorry. I regret to inform you, Citizen D, the wire-to-wire quest is over. Because somehow, earlier, I managed to add 35 to 149 and get 174, when actually it's 184. So Mr. Draper is in first place by 5 points. And a Liberal, of course, has a personal interest in this. and has
Right.
spared no effort in researching the point to the effect of correcting it. So there
Right.
it is. Mr. Draper
Right.
is now number one.
Right. Well, I would like to spend the rest of my time thanking Mr. Draper and Hendricks Motorsports for helping me to maintain my record that will live on a while longer.
The Liberal will, at the end of this segment, the Liberal will still stand as the only wire-to-wire winner in history.
Right. So people see how tough that is now. That's not an easy venture. Yeah.
Obviously, it's a lot harder than I thought it was. but
All right.
if
But look,
you don't add up the numbers right, then everything goes
That's
awry.
okay.
But there we go.
All right. But look, Ken, one thing it is that bothers me now, that's all in fun. But one thing that bothers me now is why is the president wasting our tax money to kiss up to Mr. Putin? Now, Putin, a criminal, a thug, a man wanted on war crimes, get the red carpet. We don't have money for lunches for U.S. kids in school, but we can wine and dine this thug. Trump insisted that Putin ride with him in the beast, and they want Zelensky to give up land. But if someone attacked Mar-a-Lago and occupied 20%, would he give them 20% to get rid of them? So Zelensky shouldn't either. And Trump said that this was Biden war. Well, Biden didn't start the Ukraine war. Trump said one time Ukraine started the war. And now he says Biden. So why can't he say Putin invaded Ukraine? He said he believed Putin over his own intelligence. But this man is a war crime thug, and I wish someone would remind Mr. Trump of that. And I thank you for your time, Ken, and I thank you for your renewed mouth.
Thanks for calling. The only wire-to-wire winner ever. And he still will be. I apologize to Citizen D because, well, I gave him false hope today. But there's no doubt about it. If you take 149, which Mr. Draper had last week, and you add 35 to that, that's going to be 184 every time. So it's actually Mr. Draper, number one now, and Citizen D, who is down by 5 points in second place. Phone lines open. There's the number. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. You may get a letter from the North Carolina Board of Elections, and I have an email about that over here. In fact, the email came in late this morning, and it's buried in spam now, so I'm not going to look for it. But the email was from an emailer who got one of these letters. The letter will inform you, if you get it, 82,000 people in North Carolina will get this letter, so you probably won't get it, but you might. The letter will tell you that your voter registration is incomplete and that you need to provide the State Board of Elections with either your North Carolina driver's license number or your Social Security number in order to complete the information on your voter registration. And the email this morning was from somebody who wanted to know if that was legitimate. Yeah, what the Board of Elections is doing is legitimate. But don't take that for granted. If you get that letter from the Board of Elections, you examine it very closely and you satisfy yourself that it's from the Board of Elections, and there's going to be a phone number on there somewhere, and there's going to be a website on there somewhere too. If you get that letter, then go online if you have the internet. Not everybody does. But if you have the internet, then go online to the website that should be mentioned in that letter, and you can look to be sure that you are one of the 82,000 people on that list. And if you find your name on that list, then that's more evidence that the letter is legitimate. Anytime somebody asks for your social security number or anything like that, then be suspicious. But if you don't feel comfortable with it, then call the Board of Elections. Find their actual legitimate phone number, call the Board of Elections, and verify that letter you have is genuine. And that may cause them a little bit of inconvenience, and they might be a little irked that they have to spend time on the phone talking to you. But again, it's your social security number, and you have every right to call them and double check and triple check to make sure that's legitimate before you give anybody that information. Anyway, the point of it all is, as you may have heard in the news a few times over the past 6 or 8 months, there are 82,000 voter registrations that do not have either the driver's license number or the social security number on there. And right now they're trying to collect all that information so that everybody has a complete registration record. So that's what it's all about when you get that letter. It's probably not a scam. Now, that's not to say there isn't a scammer somewhere who knows about this and will try to get in on that. So that's why you check and double check and make absolutely sure. And that is your right to do, and really you ought to do it. This emailer says, "Hello, Eccles. This is Pretty Man. I noticed in the broadcast," he means the show here, "I noticed in the broadcast that there are still the folks of the folks of public, and now the folks of public. There are still the folks of public who are wondering of the great identity of the one and only Pretty Man. However, let me assure you, if you are worried about it, I'm not. I promise you I'm not. But let me assure you, if you're worried about it, I, Pretty Man, have taken the length of precaution that makes it necessary to be the man with the secret name. And it is not likely that anybody does not know who I am." No, that's wrong. That's not what you meant to say. "It is not likely that anybody does not know who I am." What you meant to say there, it is not likely that anyone does know who you are, but we'll just let that go. My identity is the safeguarded thing, just like the gold in Fort Knox. Let's interrupt this for a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Is Johnny Robinson still living?
Johnny Robertson has passed away, I'm sorry to say.
Oh, wow. And they have already had the funeral and everything.
Yeah, I believe they have, yes.
And he's the original. Cause him and Caitlin, they the ones who really was the main two people, wasn't it? Johnny Robinson, because I remember watching them all the time and enjoyed them.
Yeah, Johnny was an original. There's no doubt about that, and a lot of people are going to miss him.
Wow, man. I was really sad to hear that. Okay. All right, then. Well, thank you so kindly. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling.
All right, bye-bye.
Phone line is open. That's the number, and we have just a few minutes left for your phone calls and emails. And let's see if Pretty Man actually ever says anything. So now let me announce to the multitudes. Okay, multitudes, you folks in the multitudes, you paying attention here? Let me announce to the multitudes that my selection as the winner of the race at Daytona, that is the next race on the schedule. We know that, Pretty Man, thank you. My selection as the winner of the race at Daytona will be the car number 19. That is Chase Briscoe. We know that also, Pretty Man. And that says Pretty Man, which is me, is the winner of the Daytona race. Let others who wish to have success in this endeavor follow my example, if they are wise. Okay. Pretty Man takes the 19 for Daytona, and in his opinion, if you are wise, you will follow his lead. In his opinion. Okay, let's see. Phone line is open there if you'd like to give us a call, and another email just clicked in over here. Ken, I hate to pile more bad news upon earlier bad news. Well, that's how the world works sometimes. But there's also another problem going on at the North Carolina beach right now, and it's not a pleasant one. It's fecal bacteria. If you've not been reading about it, there's a bunch of places on the beach where people are getting into fecal bacteria on the coast, and they've closed many beaches for swimming because of this. So if you're headed for the coast, you might want to check ahead also on the fecal bacteria situation. Well, yeah, by all means, we definitely want to check ahead on the fecal bacteria situation. Citizen D has been heard from. Citizen D and I recently received the shocking news that a miscalculation in the points this week gave us the erroneous belief that Citizen D was still number one, still in the running for wire to wire. And now we know, thanks to the sharp eye of the liberal, that it is not the case. Citizen D says, sorry for the second email, but I hope Mr. Draper is happy that he helped the liberal out. The liberal owes Mr. Draper a hamburger. Well, we shall see about that. Maybe so. Perhaps he does. In any event, Mr. Draper's on top right now. You know, I would have figured that out eventually. Eventually. I probably would have figured that out at the end of the segment after we all celebrated for a day that Citizen D had gone wire to wire. Then I would have looked over here somehow and then realized I had the points wrong, and he didn't after all. But, you know, that's the way it goes when you've got high stakes contests like this one. And this certainly is a high stakes contest. This is talked about on ESPN and on the major sports networks all over America. Heck, all over the world, they're following this. So, you know, when you got this kind of pressure, and this a thing of this importance and magnitude riding on you, sometimes the stress will cause you to make a mistake. And that is what I did. I made a 10-point mistake, but now it's been rectified. So rather than wallow in the failures of the past, we're going to look ahead and look forward. As our contest continues, Citizen D is not number one now, but he's certainly still in the race, just 5 points behind Mr. Draper as we head to Daytona. Boy, pretty exciting stuff, I'd say. Can I have a guess as to Pretty Man's identity? The name is, well, I'm not going to say the name because this is, I'm sure, the name of a private citizen who would just as soon not have his name mentioned on a low quality TV show like this. So I will not say the name, emailer, but I will tell you that no, that is not Pretty Man. That is not Pretty Man. And he's fortunate for it. I guess I should say congratulations to this gentleman for not being Pretty Man, because all of you out there who are not Pretty Man, you should be thankful every day that you are not Pretty Man. I know I'm thankful that I'm not. So the quest to identify Pretty Man, if there is one, continues. His name is not yet known. Ken, have they ever figured out whether they're going to cut money from Medicare because of this pay-as-you-go sequestration thing in Congress? I know they were talking about that. Did they ever make a final finding? Well, they made a finding. Whether it's final or not, I guess that's always a question, whether it's final or not. The Congressional Budget Office has said that the big, beautiful bill, now don't anybody blame me for any of this. I'm just telling you what the Congressional Budget Office says, that the big, beautiful bill is increasing the federal deficit to the point that the PAYGO, P-A-Y-G-O, pay-as-you-go legislation that was passed back during the Clinton administration will come into effect because of the amount that the big, beautiful bill is adding to the federal deficit. That will, according to the Congressional Budget Office, trigger sequestration, which requires 10% reduction in all government programs, with the exception of Social Security won't affect Social Security, and one or two others. Medicare, though, is affected. So according to the finding today, sequestration will apply to Medicare, and Medicare will have to be reduced over the next 10 years by $563 billion. That's the ruling from the CBO. Now, there's one other thing to note there. Even though Medicare is not accepted from sequestration, it is subject to sequestration, there is a 4% limit on the amount that Medicare payments can be cut. So, assuming that these cuts actually take place, and right now, under the law, they will, but you never know what's going to happen in Washington. Assuming they take place, they still cannot cut Medicare payments by more than 4%. So that is the latest on that. There may be something different on that tomorrow, and if I know something different tomorrow, I'll say it. And that is all the time we have for Star Talk tonight. We're on the air Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I hope you'll join us next time. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Echols.